Hello, friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Cinemondo podcast, where Kathy and Mark talk about trailers.
I am excited because it's always a good day when you hear the name Cronenberg in the zeitgeist. Where do they come from? There's so many.
And this is the daughter of David Cronenberg. It's her first film and her name is Caitlin Cronenberg.
Very cool.
And it's upcoming Canadian horror thriller that's coming out April 26th. Stars Jay Baruchel, who you've seen before in a lot of Judd Apatow movies, and Emily Hampshire, Enrico Colantoni, who I always like, and Peter Gallagher, who's always fun too.
This is cool because Cronenberg is one of my favorite directors. David Cronenberg, Brandon Cronenberg. I have loved both of his movies, like so mega talented. So let's see. She's got a huge bar.
It's interesting they all do horror movies, which they kind of take after their dad, and they're following in the dad's footsteps instead of going off and making their own non-horror films.
Yeah.
They're sort of, I guess they're from the same stock, they're inspired by the same dark strangeness that their dad is. I guess, I mean, what must it be like growing up with a dad like David Cronenberg?
Yeah.
Probably pretty messed up. Maybe not as bad as Dario Argento, which sounds really messed up, but it sounds probably pretty interesting, I think. But very excited to see, because a female director from a great lineage, I would love to see her make her mark. So let's check this out.
Let's do it.
Oh, rated R. Oh, it's approved for all. Too bad.
Green.
While we every day bear witness to the catastrophic ecological collapse that is plaguing
close to
our
home.
planet, we must not forget that this is, above all, a human crisis.
It's always human.
I am in favor of this government doing whatever it takes to win this war.
It's not a war. Wars have opposing sides.
Humanity is the opposing side.
Oh yeah, I love him.
We are engaged in nothing less than a life and death struggle against our own extinction.
We are so happy you all joined us tonight for a family dinner.
What is going on?
Oh.
We've decided to enlist.
Oh, shit.
She's gone.
Sorry, I can't do it. I will always love you.
Hi, I'm Bob.
Oh.
It's Ben!
That's awesome.
Thought early.
You're not gonna like this, but we're here to collect 2 bodies.
I already told you Dawn left.
And that's unfortunate. But the rules are the same for everybody. Think about your lives. I'm sure one of you is gonna realize that it's not all that great.
I know we're family and all, but if Bob needs a second body, it's not gonna be mine.
What are they still doing in the house?
You know, based on my experience in similar situations, I want to say, killing one another. You think I'm the bad guy, but I'm doing important work to save the planet.
We can get through this, but we have to stick together.
It's been a hell of a night, huh?
All right, so this is something we haven't seen from Cronenberg before. It's sense of humor.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the girl. She was in Schitt's Creek. I can't remember the actress's name, but she's awesome. She's really good. Jay Baruchel is always great.
I like Enrico Colantoni, who is the ball.
Yeah. I've seen him. He is great.
He was great in Galaxy Quest. I mean, he's always really good. So
this looks really good. I mean, this looks like it's a lot of the Cronenberg, family things are a bit. They sometimes go into sort of abstract zones, like alternate realities. This is a bit of an alternate reality, but it's kind of sadly familiar in its place in possibility. But it doesn't. I mean, it's probably some body horror in there somewhere, but it doesn't seem to be focused on body horror. It's more of like one of those isolation kind of survival pitted against one another ideas, set in one of those great simple premises where it's like we live in a future where 20% of the population have to die. And there are guys who come to the door and say, hi, I'm here to collect 2 of you. And there's your premise.
And you volunteer. You
volunteered, yeah. And you can't go back on that.
You have to provide 2 bodies. And apparently one of the people who was supposed to go is not there.
Took off.
So the guy's like, I have to take 2 back. You know,
you don't get to
that's
back
the
out.
rules.
It probably
so
happens
it's one of
a lot.
those. He holds up the straws. You got to draw the straws, and it seems like one of those great contained dramas where people are slowly becoming animals. You know, kind of the
their
it's
factions.
sort of got like a Knives Out feel to me. Like it has
Yeah.
that sort of impish. They're all in this one house. They're all trying to figure out like who's going to survive, who isn't. Like, is it going to come down to would you kill someone to give them someone? Like maybe you have a beef. Would you volunteer yourself? Like I love the kind of complicated kind of machinations that people might go through emotionally. Like, hey, if someone come in, they go, okay, one of you guys volunteered, you got to go. Now we got one more. And you have the family plotting like, okay, maybe we should just kill so-and-so because they're worthless. Or maybe we should, or I don't know. I love the idea of who can you trust also in this, but they also have that kind of that plucky violin that makes it kind of that funny mystery feel.
Yeah, but also the fact that
too.
the government people have done this a million times.
They're just like,
this is what always happens.
People always back out at the last minute. But we gotta take you anyway.
It's like almost like a plumber coming in doing the job. Like do something. So
I know he kind of comes in. They're like, oh, we're missing one. Yeah. Oh well.
That'll happen.
Oh, who are you gonna give me instead? Like,
I make my quota.
Sort of tired.
So she's bringing a lighter touch as a Cronenberg filmmaker. It's not what we got from Brandon or David, at least from
kind of a topical touch too.
Yeah,
it's got a topical vibe to it. Cronenberg's films have that, they go into those ideas that are kind of topical, but a little bit more personal and physical, like your relationship with your physical health and your body and all that kind of stuff, and mutation and the future of mutation, the future of the flesh and whatever, and where we're going with genetics and whatnot. But this seems like more urgent, more topical, more placed in reality in a way,
right?
A pushed version of reality, which is always fun to me. I like science fiction. This is science fiction. And it's recognizable science fiction in a way. It's an extrapolation of what we're currently going through. It's a possible solution to a horrible overpopulation and overuse, over abuse of the planet.
Yeah, I know it's very true. But I like to say taking out 20% of the population would also have huge economic repercussions. It wouldn't just be like 20% gone, we're all better. No, it would destroy the economy. But at the same time, we're destroying the planet. Like I just saw a headline today that said we have 2 years to figure this out or it's done. Like it's already too late technically. So while we're making great inroads with the electric car, industry and helping that, they're not the problem. Technically, they say if you just took out meat, we wouldn't have to worry about cars anymore.
Right?
Isn't that weird? But people won't do it. So that's why we have movies like this that go, okay, you guys don't want to give up anything. Let's kill 20% of you. That'll solve it.
You meat eaters. You'd be the first to go.
So the copy line here is dying makes all the difference in the world, which is a funny copy line.
Yeah.
That's really good. So we have, I guess this is 20%. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because I like that they bring the body bags with them. Like, well, we're here to get your body.
Yeah.
Here we are with the bag. We're going to put you in.
Yeah.
So that's coming out pretty soon, and it's a Shudder movie. So if you guys don't have Shudder has some great releases. It used to be. Now they're coming out with a lot of stuff that's like A24 quality, sort of indie films that are really interesting, not just sort of the super gory stuff or that kind of thing, which is also great, but it's just it's a nice.
This isn't even a paid ad. We are not paid to say this. Like we're just saying it because I'm a fan, and I like when I look at Shudder and it says a Shudder original. I always watch that first. Like, okay, it's gonna be good. Let's count on it. But I'm very excited to see it. So it looks like the talent. It's like going all the way through the bloodline. Here we are.
Good for the Cronenbergs and good for us because we get to watch interesting films.
Yes.
This is a film that looks like something I'd watch. I'm going to probably check this out. And it's because I like simple science fiction premises like this. It's a bit like an old, Twilight Zone kind of episode concept. you can imagine this being a Twilight Zone episode
Totally.
or something similar to that. And I love those. I love those. Yeah, and I love the ideas that take the situation that we are currently in and push it a few steps further.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Because it could happen, you know, like
not like a zillion steps further, but just a few steps
Just
further.
a few.
Yeah.
It's food for thought, you know. It's a genre film, but it has a message, and it's something. Those are interesting, like Civil War, you know, that film. So things like that.
Right.
So,
Ooh.
all right. Well, Humane. Maybe we'll do a review of it. If you want to watch it,
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.